off on this. We gotta react to the Anthony Fantano reaction to the new Taylor Swift album. And why do I need to do this? For clout, okay? Any YouTube frogs watching this, fucking, if you don't want to watch my reaction to this, you want to watch the original video, first link in the description. If you do stay and you enjoy, feel free to leave a like and a sub. It helps me out a lot. I also go live almost every single night on twitch.tv. If you want to check it out, second link in the description. Am I allowed to stroke you to the stream? Absolutely, brother. Brother, would this be America if you couldn't stroke it to the stream?
Poetry. Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of the new
Good night,
Taylor
Cam.
Swift
I love you too, King. Thanks for playing games. Appreciate you, gangster.
album, The Tortured Poets Department.
Oh my gosh, can you believe it? I got accepted. I'm in.
I don't even want to know.
Your buddy Cal is going to college on a full scholarship to the Tortured Poets Department.
I just want to do this review.
But I have to leave today.
Do not care.
Anthony, you know this has always been a dream of mine, and you can't change my mind.
Please leave.
You make a compelling case, but my fate
Oh,
as
shit,
a
Lindbergh.
tortured
Fuck yeah,
poet
bro.
awaits.
Okay, well, this
Rayla, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you.
is
So-
the latest and 11th full-length album from singer and songwriter Miss Taylor Swift, who has been on a massive run over the last several years of her career between her indie folk sister albums, Folklore and Evermore, which received a bounty of critical acclaim, to her commercially triumphant return to pop on the following album Midnights not too long ago. Taylor is also currently knee-deep in her Taylor's Version series, where
Oh, bro, I also have to warn, okay? To anyone here that didn't hear me yap about it yesterday, I've not listened to this album yet. I have not listened to much Taylor Swift. I've tried to get back into Taylor Swift. I had a rough go, okay, with Swifties, okay, early on in my life, okay? Motherfuckers fucking, literally all of the fucking bullies in my life were fucking Swifties, so, like, I gotta detach that from my image of Taylor Swift, because that's not her fault.
where she is re-recording all of her older albums on her past label, so she owns the masters of them, which is just
That's fire.
more money in her pocket.
Yeah,
and
that's fire.
Speaking of money, there's also the Eras Tour and
Lindbergh, literally.
Eras Tour film, which globally has generated billions of dollars in revenue. Taylor is currently at a level of stardom that in today's music industry is just unmatched and untouchable. And I went into this new record here wondering how that would be
This is Anthony Fantano. Purple.
reflected in her work. Because historically, Taylor is an artist whose current state very much shows up in her work, whether we want it to or not, whether it's through the versatility and creative freedom that she was exploring on Lover, her first record when she kind of came off of her label Big Machine. And I'm sure many of us remember just how bitter and petty and incensed she was over her public image on Reputation, presumed to be the next record she'll take on in her Taylor's Version series, which would be fitting if true, because I feel like Taylor is in a similar place emotionally with this record. Now, the Tortured Poets Department would not be the first time Taylor has taken on the role.
Dude, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to listen to that song seriously either, bro. Holy shit.
As a woman scorned, heartbroken, torn apart. But now that we are there again, Taylor is drinking from that well harder than ever, like a dehydrated camel, which is saying something because she has a reputation for dropping a breakup song or two. But this time I would say it's different. She's going to new lengths. Because in the abstract, of course, there's nothing wrong with penning musical screeds about your exes, even multiple times over, especially when you are provably great at it. I mean, Taylor is just in her bag creatively when there is an ex to be mad at, which is why the Tortured Poets Department should be great, but it's not. And there's a laundry list.
Anthony, how dare you?
Of reasons why. Firstly, there are numerous tracks on this thing with tedious pacing, flabby song structures, very indulgent as far as length goes. Like, why make Who's Afraid of Little Old Me 5 minutes when you get the point across in half the time? Not to mention that the 2-hour length of the deluxe version of this record is a bit daunting, and I usually do like long albums. Secondly,
How
the
can he say
endless
that?
strings of metaphors and similes across the lyrics on this record that just fall flat. I mean, for example, example, the worst part of Down Bad isn't the soon-to-be dated lingo that the title is based on. No, it's the fact that this scenario, for whatever reason, drove Taylor to tie in all of these themes of alien abduction.
What?
She's really just forcing it. Thirdly, the writing quality on these tracks really makes it difficult to feel for Taylor in the midst of all of this heartbreak, because some of the most telling moments on the record actually come across like inadvertent self-owns. Even on one track,
What?
I actually enjoy The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. Taylor sings, "You said normal girls were boring, but you were gone by the morning." Kind of seems like he was admitting something there. Why? Why is it not clicking? Fourth reason this record is really falling short is
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, I got it. Wait. It took me a second. I had to think about it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God. There's no way. There's no way.
that Taylor hasn't really taken the time conceptually or sonically to formulate a new sound, a new direction, a new evolution to coincide with this
She got no head game, Sag. Nah.
latest album cycle, which she usually does with her new albums. And as a result, the material on this record in the broader pop landscape sounds derivative, sounds redundant, sounds uninspired. She clearly has not had enough downtime in between re-recording records, writing new stuff, touring to actually formulate something refreshing. And I think she's closing those creative gaps by copying her contemporaries' homework, or just not worrying about how common what she's saying and what she's singing, what she's writing is. Like with But Daddy I Love Him, Ariana Grande kind of already wrote the angry at my audience for dragging me over my boyfriend anthem of the year with Yes and what Taylor has delivered over here is a much more awkward experience. The song I'm Gonna Get You Back that is on the deluxe version of this record, Olivia Rodrigo literally did this same wordplay concept on Get Him Back with her latest record. Did Taylor not think we were going to notice, or that
He's just cooking her ass right now, bro. Yo, this is... He's getting death threats for sure. Dude, I literally saw him tweet about, like, pissing off Swifties today. He was like, nah, honestly, I'm more worried about Kanye West fans than Swifties. It's fine.
figure out that Olivia did it better? The lyrics on the title track read like an attempt at some chaotic slice of life situation storytelling that you might get out of a Phoebe Bridgers song, something along those lines. Just spilling out all these internal thoughts like, who uses typewriters anyway? And, oh, you smoked and ate 7 bars of chocolate, and we declared Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist. I
mean, that is real Charlie Puth. If we were going by, like, talent, Charlie Puth should be, like, one of the most successful motherfuckers when it comes to music.
Imagine being this vapid on a song and then in the same track declaring that you have the foresight and the awareness to know what is better for your ex and that nobody is going to love them in the way that you love them. There's also Florida, as well as Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, where Taylor cannot help herself from ripping off Lana Del Rey again and again and again, not only lyrically, but vocally and melodically. And this time, thanks to Jack Antonoff, she's having him pull together these big orchestral hits of guitars and whatever other layers he's stringing together too.
Chat, is it wild for me to say, and YouTube frogs watching this, let me know in the comments, okay? Is it wild for me to say that if somebody just listens to breakup music like what he was mentioning, like if they only listen to like Olivia Rodrigo, fucking Taylor Swift breakup songs, like shit like that 24/7, it can be a red flag, right? Because don't get me wrong, breakup songs, fuck, okay? They fuck, but if it's the majority, like if 80% of your fucking music palette is just that 24/7, I feel like it's kind of like I was saying the other night. It's like, dude, if all you do is look for the negativity, you're gonna find the negativity if that's all you look for. I'm not talking about sad music. I listen to sad music all the fucking time, you know? I mean, if you do just 24 listen to sad music, like only sad music ever, I feel like it can also make shit, you know, a little rough. That's why, like, I personally try not to listen to just sad stuff all the time. But I think if you're constantly listening to breakup music while you're in a relationship, especially if you're trying to make that relationship happy, right? And you're like like subconsciously, I feel like you start to relate that somewhat. You cooking, yo. Thank you. How many death threats do you think he got for this? A lot, probably. Low-key, I'm not going into a relationship where someone is prepping for the end. Yeah. I think there's like a big difference between prepping for the end and being okay with a relationship ending. You know what I'm saying? Because like, if you're okay with a relationship ending, I think that's where you should be at before you get into a relationship, or at least try to be, right? It's like, hey, if I lose this person, I'm gonna be all right, or like I'm gonna be okay. I don't want them to leave me, right? You know, type shit, but I will be okay. I went into a lot of relationships in my life where I was not that fucking, you know, I didn't have that solid ground. But yeah, if you're going into a relationship and then you start comparing these breakup songs to the person that you're with and you're preparing for them to break up with you, I think that's a red flag. I think that's also like a little toxic. Like, listen to breakup songs every now and then. Like, don't get me wrong, fucking that one New Nothing Nowhere song is like a breakup song. I'll be listening to that shit sometimes. I put the fucking old Free Throw albums on sometimes, bro. You know, I turn up every now and then, but I think if it's a majority of what you consume, then, I don't know, a little sussy.
I can kind of see why Taylor is daring her contemporaries to come for her job at the very end of I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, because if I was this lacking in new, fresh ideas, I would feel paranoid too. What number reason am I on for why this album stinks? Another thing about this record is that it is uncharacteristically sloppy for Taylor in terms of songwriting execution. And what I mean by that is the tracks we're hearing on this record feel not so much like songs as much as it feels like Taylor is just spilling tea. I mean, for sure it's true that Taylor is one of the most obsessed overstars on the planet. I know way more things about her than I would like to, from her dating history to her flight itinerary. But this is like the general information that's floating around about her online on any given day. And look, chances are fans were going to, regardless of the content on this album, put two and two together and figure out that a great deal of the songs on this LP are in fact about singer-songwriter Matty Healy of the 1975 and the very short-lived public relationship that he and Taylor shared not too long ago. That was going to come out regardless, but what reads
I gotta see at least less than 3 breakup songs on that Spotify per app to kick W. If it's all 5 slots, and it's a no-go. With Taylor Swift, it bothers me that she's in her mid-30s singing almost exclusively about her exes. And don't get me wrong, I got mad respect for her, though getting that bag. Yeah. I don't know, bro. You know, there's a part of me that's like always like, yo, you know, like, whatever, do whatever at whatever age, right? Like, you know, oh, somebody's doing this in their like 30s, and usually people like grow up. It's like, you know, do whatever the fuck makes you happy. But yeah, I don't know, dude. Apparently, only about 38 songs of her 200 have to do with breakups. Yeah, but also I don't know, dude. I don't know. Yo, what's up, Valen? Excuse me, streamer man. Can you stop yapping and start the game? Start the game? Honestly, the album did just feel like a huge vent to me. Yeah. My dad was talking to me. What I missed? Oh, just us talking about Taylor Swift and laughing at Anthony Fantano, like, cooking her over this new album. Valen, do you have content warning?
as weird is that she's not even trying to hide
Yeah, Valen, I will react to your album when it drops.
it, from the tattoos to mentions of his polarizing personality to this sad self-sabotaging artsy boy archetype that is portrayed on this record. She even makes mention of his past struggles with drugs, including heroin, which in that instance she paraphrases him on the track The Alchemy in a way that kind of makes him worthy of.
He jokes that it's heroin, but this time with an E. Chat, what does that mean? I'm too stupid to get it.
A writer's credit. He jokes that it's heroin, but this time with an E. Genuinely wittier than most of Taylor's attempts at wordplay on this record. The point is, Taylor is so desperate to make these...
There's a track dedicated to me. It's just like, I wanna fuck Christian TG92's butts. Has Fantano mentioned the greatest line in all of music yet? I don't think so.
connections for her fans, that she's forgotten that sometimes there is strength in subtlety. And if you think I'm lying or making things up here, just look at the fact that she capitalized the letters K, I, and M in the title of the song about Kim Kardashian. Oh, bam! Guess who this song's about? So at this
Bro.
point, despite Taylor constantly portraying the world as being very much against her, the biggest threat to her public image at this point is actually her. She clearly wants the world to know how deeply obsessed she is with a man and a relationship that seemed doomed from the start and also led to some of the biggest PR nightmares of her career. And she also seems to want her haters to have a point when they talk about her being drunk on her own tears by writing and releasing some of her most narcissistic songs to date. If you wanted me
Holy fuck. Bro. This motherfucker going in, bro. Yeah, this guy, this guy got a lot of death threats. Taylor cooked with this line. We would, oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. What's his name was talking about it last night, bro? Bro. Yeah, holy shit, bro. I also don't know how I feel. Like, I understand to a point. I don't know how I feel about her talking about somebody else's, like, drug addictions. Like, I don't know. That feels weird. I'm going to have to listen to the song myself. But, like, dude, what the fuck? I don't know. Bro, here's the thing, dude. To me, like, Taylor Swift a lot of the time comes off as the overdramatic person in the friend group that kind of acts like they're still in middle school when they're like in their 20s. But in this case, she's in her 30s. Get to the bag though, respect to her, because that's usually part of the targeted demographic of a lot of these records. And I understand that she's helped a lot of people and shit, so like turn up one time. I just don't know if I could ever tap in on this because I don't really have I try really hard not to have like a woe is me type of like self-pity as much anymore, and I think I would need to be in that headspace to really like this music. You know? Other people's drug addiction is something she shouldn't have touched with a 10-foot pole. Yeah. Chris, can you shut up, bro? I love T Swift, bro. Oh my god. Taylor Swift fans, when someone has an opinion that doesn't reflect their words, theirs word for word, leave her alone, Chris. Chris, leave her alone, bro. Stupid idiot. Chris, you stupid idiot. I'm gonna poop on your face.
Me dead, you should have just said. I was gentle till the circus life made me mean. Let's not forget lines about her coming down from gallows and being raised in an
So I leap from the gallows and I levitate down your street?
asylum. Oh, and also, so tell me everything is not about me, but what if it is? Which I've not had a heartier laugh at an album in 2024 than right there with that line. I think the final...
Again, I'm gonna have to listen to this, bro. I'm gonna have to listen to this and come back with my own review. She gives me the vibes of the person who would never let anything go, even if it was like the tiniest inconvenience. Ooh, Chris, she is just a broken soul. You don't get it. You just wouldn't understand. Chris, you just wouldn't understand. Because you're a man, dude. There's 31 songs, so have fun. Dude, listen. Sexism is a very real thing. Let me just clarify after saying that. Sexism is a very real thing, okay? But I feel like sometimes people do go far beyond the realm of it and then invalidates other people who have to actually deal with sexism. And I feel like sometimes it's a controversial take. Maybe I'm just grumpy, dude. Maybe I'm just grumpy because I'm a sleepy guy. I feel like sometimes Swifties do that from what I've seen on social media. I'm sorry, dude. Listen. Again, Taylor Swift, turn up. Listen, love what you love. Just don't fucking, jam it down other, oh, now I just sound like a boomer, I just sound like a boomer. I was about to go, don't jam it down other people's throats. I feel like, I'm a fucking boomer talking about gays and shit. Turn up, bro. I'm going to support you. If you like Taylor Swift, fuck fuck yeah, dude. Turn up like Taylor Swift. Also, if a Swiftie gets mad at me for that, I'll be like, brother, I don't know, dude. I'm not an enemy of Taylor Swift. I'm just talking from the outside looking in. Maybe you're grumpy because you don't have enough bitches to write albums about. Oh, fuck. Bro, I struggle with Rush albums that have 8 songs. I will not be listening to Taylor Swift album with 31.
Reason as to why this record for me is such a
Oh, and I just want to say, Taylor Swift has definitely had her own struggles, right? Taylor Swift has had her own struggles. She's dealt with serious stuff, and that's fucking valid. I feel like, though, sometimes probably she's a little disconnected from, like, actual, like, real human reality, considering the fact she has literally $1 billion. She's literally one of the biggest stars in the entire fucking world. And also, she has been a star since she was, like, what? Like, in her teens, right? So she's probably not super connected in the world of, like, how normal people have to live. I don't think Taylor Swift ever had to work a minimum wage job and worry about having to pay bills, you know? Clicking all of this out of context and talking to Swiftie Twitter. Oh, please, dude. I need me them angry Taylor Swift fans. I need the angry Swifties in my fucking comments. You can write a song about me, Chris, preferably a happy song, but beggars can't be choosers. I got you. I think she started like 12 or 13. I'm going to jam something down your throat. My throat? What?
miss is the production from Jack Antonoff, who I think, to put it bluntly, she needs to stop working with him, or they just need to take a break, because their creative partnership on this record is not yielding the results it used to. I mean, it wasn't enough that we got smothered in boring, toothless synth pop that was so damn washed out with overcooked vocals to On Midnights, but we're now getting multiple instrumentals on this record here that feel like Midnight's leftovers, but worse. Or it's just Jack forcing some awful 80s pastiche onto Taylor songs that make them sound dated upon impact. And it's a mismatch too, because I feel like at their core, there are so many songs on this record that are just dying or screaming to be country songs, or at least have some bright guitars and punchy drums, backing instrumentation that sounds lively and youthful, like that of an album such as Fearless. I'm thinking about Guilty as Sin, or Clara Bow, or Fresh Out the Slammer, which already has the twangy guitars at the start, or even But Daddy I Love Him, which would absolutely work given just how...
I'm going to have to listen to this album and then come back and say how I feel. Maybe it'll be like the Little Skies album where I'll be like, nah, dude, this shit fucks, you know? Yeah, not to be the guy who is like, you have money, you can't be sad, because that's 100% false. But also at some point you got to be like, okay, I am worth billions and people worship me like a god. Yeah, I mean, and listen, maybe she like genuinely has mental health problems, but she also has a fuck ton of money to help fucking figure that shit out, you know? Like way more opportunity than anyone that I know to help get their mental health problems fixed. That's why I like artists like Jelly Roll, because that motherfucker went through the struggle, and even though he got cash, he doesn't get in his own world. Yeah.
Brash and immature and playful the writing on that track is. The fact of the matter is Jack's work with Taylor.
Also, sorry, I don't mean to like tear into Taylor Swift as a human being. It just feels like in this scenario with these lyrics and these songs, like you kind of have to like break it down a little bit, you know, to understand. I don't know. That's why I'm talking about it. If Taylor Swift delivered a fucking poo-poo album, I wouldn't be like, I'd tear into Taylor Swift in other ways? Yo, what? I wouldn't tear into her fucking like personal life and personality and shit like that, but with the like, you know, woe is me, like putting myself as the victim type mentality, I feel like you kind of do have to talk about like circumstances and stuff. I don't know. Apparently pickled vegetables are healthy? Yeah, I would imagine, right? Are you doing research, Chucky? She could write a song about me, devil emoji. I think she could do so much better. That is true. That is true. Not you, Phelan. That's hilarious. That followed up, though. Anyways. Oh my God, bro. That's fucking... Anyways. Man, what's new with you, by the way, bro? How's streams been going? But yeah, I think Taylor Swift has way more talent. To be honest with you, from the little bit of her music that I've listened to, I think literally she just has so much more talent, so much more ability to make a better record, you know, with better lyrics and shit. Innovate. She's clearly innovated multiple times. She's changed multiple spaces with her music. Like, she can do that, you know? Honestly, I could do better than her. Yo, Slay? I was researching healthy supplements, and there's an article that says pickled vegetables are healthy. I assume made it not healthy. Oh. On camera looks like Walmart version of Steve from Blue's Clues. Guys, I can fix her.
Is just not as refreshing as it used to be. Whether it's the random bloopy bleepy synth bits at the start of So Long London, or the dance beats that break into I Can Do It With a Broken Heart that sound like the friggin' Blue Man Group, which is a shame because that truly is one of the better songs on this record. So I don't think Jack is bringing his best work, and I don't think Taylor is bringing her best work either. And while I understand there, of course, will be fans who will defend this record until the death, admiring how vulnerable and unfiltered it is, that's also the problem, because this album is also very unedited. It's also very unchallenged.
Also, can I say, like, Phoebe Bridgers, right? I fully believe she went through the shit that she went through. You know? I don't even listen to Phoebe Bridgers that much. But, like, I fully believe this shit. I don't know if I can fully believe Taylor. Maybe that's just a me thing, right? But, like, for me personally.
The opening track, Fortnite, for example, I think is one of the best picks you could get off this record for a single. But Post Malone feels like he's just kind of filling a void performance-wise. There are any
I know Phoebe personally. She did not she. Oh, for real?
number of dudes you could put into this song and you would get roughly the same experience out of it. Maybe Charlie Puth should have been on it. My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys has one of the clunkiest choruses and titles on the entire record. It's like Taylor is trying to shoot her own song in the foot here by packing it with so much verbiage.
Oh boy. Okay, Chris, it's been fun knowing you before the Swifties curse you, Keck W.
It's not likely to have any hit potential. There's also So Long London, which I'm sitting here scratching my head thinking, what is this? The track is just constant tension and escalation without any release. It really goes nowhere fast. We also have Florida, which there is no musical idea on this record more harebrained than putting Taylor on the same song as Florence Welch, which I love her voice, and I like Taylor's voice as well. I enjoy both their vocal styles respectively, but they don't mix together. It's like oil and water. Or hearing a tricked out new age synthesizer rig fighting against cello. Not to mention the song reads like a bad tourism ad or just something that you had to be there for at a timeshare in Destin. Jesus. Meanwhile, I Can Fix Him reads more like a whisper quiet diatribe than a song. And the track sticks out for all the wrong reasons, given lyrics about being able to handle a dangerous man, which narratively that's clearly not how the album pans out. And the song does little to explain exactly how silly and, I guess, futile this
Thanks, Phelan. You're real as fuck for that.
kind of mindset is. Love of My Life, though, in my opinion, is one of the best clear-cut ballads on the entire record, even if the piano parts are a little basic. But it is really the most moving and compelling song on the entire album about a relationship not really working out, as there's something very beautiful about its simplicity, its starkness, its breathy, dramatic vocal delivery, images of dancing phantoms on the terrace, being secondhand embarrassed. Clearly they are reacting to every other moment on the album, not this one. But at least on this track in the lyrics, Taylor is also mature enough to admit that the relationship this track is about is dead and that it was kind of counterfeit and fake anyway, not likely to work out. I mean, to me, moments like this is really where Taylor proves her worth as a songwriter, not when she's giving us messy play-by-plays about how she's venting to Jack and venting to Lucy. I mean, I think there's a difference between enjoying Taylor's albums for their music and their performances and their narratives, or enjoying them because you're deeply entrenched in the Taylor verse and you're obsessively combing through the lyrics on each song like the convoluted plot of the 30th Marvel sequel, The Tortured Poets Department.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, here's the thing, bro. Any Swifties that don't fuck with me, listen. That's valid, bro. I'm trying to think of this like through my point of view, right? Mike just dropped an album. Love that shit. I love Mike. If Fantano was to do a review, he'd probably shit on him for it, you know? So, like, you know, we're one and the same here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're one and the same here, bro. I'm thinking about it now. I'm trying to put one of my favorite artists in the same shoes. Again, I don't mean to just like shit on Taylor Swift. I don't know, bro. I think just sometimes she does a bad job at portraying herself. And I think that this album, again, she could have done better, right? Like, and when I say portraying herself, I mean like portraying herself in this scenario, right? With like the coming down from the gallows thing. I think it like, again, at some point, you just gotta like recognize that the life that you live is stupid. It's stupid good. And like if you have an actual issue that you're having a problem with, then talk about that. But trying to act like your entire life and your existence has been nothing but pain and shit like that, or like trying to act like you have like a rough fucking go at life is like crazy. Like it comes off as crazy privileged, in my opinion. Like, dude, there's people out here that fucking work minimum wage jobs and can't afford to rent and are probably happy and aren't like, I'm coming down from the gallows today. You know, like, I don't know. I don't care about people's opinions on artists unless they were saying dumb shit about mental health. Like yesterday when people were saying Taylor wasn't allowed to have an ED and feel insecure about her weight. Oh, yeah, that's dumb as fuck, bro. Those people need to get off the fucking internet. Taylor's not allowed to have erectile dysfunction, guys. By the way, ED is eating disorder. To the Swifties about to tell Chris to go himself, you listening to a bald dude and a soon-to-be bald dude. It's not that deep, KW. I mean, listen, I get it. Anthony hates my favorite artist, so I know how sad it is. Bro, this dude's been shitting on my fucking favorite artist for like 10 years now, dude. This motherfucker been shitting on Logic for a minute, bro. Prior to Mike being my favorite artist, this dude shits on NF. He shits on Post Malone. He shits on AJR. Okay, listen, I understand, okay? This is like, I'm trying to have a fucking serious talk about, you know, perception on life and maturing and shit like that. I'm just thinking why he would expect the album to sound polite when it's called the Tortured Poets Department. Wait, polite? I don't think he's looking for polite. I think he's looking for, like, higher production. He's just an angry bald man. He mad they got hair. Yeah, dude, that's me, dude. I'm mad T Swift got hair, bro. I'm mad T Swift got hair, got millions of dollars, and is having fucking intercourse with Travis Kelce. That should be me, okay, bro?
Very much appeals in the latter fashion here, which is why I'm feeling...
You're mad T Swift got bitches, literally, bro.
Okay, I'm going. Okay, I'm going. Okay, I'm going.
Okay, leave.
I'm gonna miss you so much too, Anthony, and you guys as well.
You wouldn't last an hour in the asylum I was raised in.
Remember, Blues Pat Prince will be on the clues.
What the fuck?
Look, Anthony, you're just gonna have to accept this change. It's gonna be a hard
transition. Have you given this album a listen? This isn't how the review's supposed to end. What is going on? What is happening?
Bro. Yeah, I mean, again, listen. Not Anthony Fantano's style. I get it, dude. This motherfucker been shitting on my favorite artist forever. I'm gonna have to listen to this, okay? Come back with my opinion, but at the end of the day, my opinion doesn't fucking matter. Okay, if you like this fucking music, turn up one time. I just think it's fucking, again, it's crazy, bro. I'm gonna have to listen to it and get my own opinion. I'm trying to think of how to, like, put my words together here. Again, I'm not trying to shit on Taylor Swift. Turn up one time. Turn up. It doesn't matter, dude. At the end of the day, she's getting her millions of dollars. This album's going to chart insanely well. She's going to be one of the biggest artists for at least the next 10 to 15 years. If not the biggest artist, right? I would say she's top 5, if not top 3 biggest artists in the world right now. So at the end of the day, my opinion, Anthony Fantano's opinion, does not fucking matter. I just employ anybody that is lucky enough to fucking be alive and have a roof over their head and shit like that to like try and see life a little more positively, you know, any way you can. I guess that's coming from like a very like positive and privileged mindset, but like fucking you can look at it from the bad, you can look at it from the good, you know? Try and find the good in life, and I think you'll find that, you know? I don't know, man. Watch Dr. K talk about it, not me. Listen to Headbutt Slam in the Bed Springs Creek while we go at it, Poppy? That whole skit is something How I Met Your Mother would do? Yeah. Low-key, at the end of the day, Anthony will say Bald Chris will get hate comments and Taylor Swift will make millions. It will all be okay. Literally. Chris, do you remember what episode we were on How I Met Your Mother? No, I don't remember the exact episode, but I remember right around where we were. Well, Chris, you put words together by forming a sentence. Did you see my chat about the Instagram post by Stupidity? That kind of made me mad. It was at the start of the video. Oh, no, I don't think I did. We got Taylor Swift saying Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto, and Down Bad before GTA 6. If Taylor would have dropped this album in the 1830s, but without all the races, you had given it a 10. Oh, the Spotify, her getting all the her getting the entirety of the top 10? Yeah. Wow, without a low rating, we'll never get to find out Anthony Fantano's home address now. A dude who's messed with Kanye West fans in 2024 has nothing to fear, nothing to lose from Swifties. That is true, bro. I literally didn't say shit about the Kanye West album when I watched Anthony Fantano's video, and motherfuckers cumstered and dumpstered me on the fucking React channel. Yeah, dude, we'll be finding out mine soon on Twitter. Anthony obviously didn't pick up the nuances and lyrics like Touch Me While Your Bros Play GTA. Yeah. Artists like Taylor Swift and Kanye West continue to push the boundaries of what Fantano review can be. Taylor's 34. She still writes songs like she just had her first major breakup in college and has been listening to Lana Del Rey for a week. Fuck, bro. Oh my fucking God. Terrible news for people who aren't developmentally past high school relationships. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I mean, listen, again, T Swift, I gotta say, you are crazy with it. You understand that mainstream music is supposed to be targeted towards 17 to 22-year-olds, and you are nailing the front end of that, okay, bro? Holy shit. I have nothing against Taylor or her fans, but I want her to make a rap album just to see how her fans will defend her. Holy fuck. Charlie Puth should not be a bigger artist. I can disagree with that one, pal. My problem with Taylor is that her older music is written better and more mature than everything she releases now. Oh, really? Dude, I'm going to have to do a deep dive. She not listening to you, little bro? I think Fantano got the biggest nuts. Your address getting shared when you shit on Rush. Look at the newest comments. I'm here to figure out how this mass hysteria happened. I was in the middle of nowhere for many years. In the time she went from a cute kid in high school singing songs she wrote to this, it's as if she unleashed the 13-year-old 8th grader and half the planet. Can't believe Tay spelled Fortnite wrong on it too. My boy be doing public service. If this was called the Tortured Cowboy Carters, you would have given this a 10. Taylor Swift just isn't as good of a songwriter or musician as Adriana Lineker. The second unreviewable album, Taylor Swift and Ye continue to duel. Forever Overrated, Folklore, and Evermore were not indie folk. She is the most mainstream artist possible. I thought all those songs were TikTok, AI, and LMAO. I'm sorry, but Florida was horrendous. Maybe Charlie Puth should have been on it. Had me like, yo, listen, I gotta listen to the Post Malone song, bro. Yeah, dude. I think this just goes to show that, like, Fantano, right, is probably not hitting the T Swift fan algorithm yet. It really just depends on what algo you have and if you have a devoted fan base. Fantano has a good fan base that actually like agree with him on a lot of stuff, that are like music snobs, right? My shit finna hit the fucking T Swift fan base and they're gonna just be here cumstering and dumpstering me. Hold on, let's look at the like to dislike ratio. That is not what I fucking wanted, Google. Wanted. Dude, can't wait for T Swifties to call me a soy boy. Oh, wow. Not even 1,000 dislikes. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy.